Right. So we have these unit rates up here. And I'm just going to do number A, and then I'm going to ask you a couple questions about it. So I could have a unit rate of 4, and that would be drink with this, over $11.50 in dollars. That would be one unit rate I could find. The other unit rate, or I could have $11.50 over 4. Which unit rate do you suspect is the unit rate we are looking at, and why? Talk to your partner.
I can use common sense and say that it's definitely not less than $1 because it's Starbucks, and Starbucks is expensive. So it's definitely one. So this one can't be in real life. This is supposed to be in real life, right? Not some alternate dimension where things are cheap.
So Allie was like, well, I don't believe I'm looking for a drink to dollar ratio. Like, who really cares, like, how much of a drink I get for $1? What I really want to know is, how many dollars does it cost for one drink? And that's that unit rate, which is always based on 1. The denominator is based on 1. So which one would it be, Josh? This one or that one?
The one to the right side.
So I do this math, and what do I get at least as my answer? What does that equal?
It equals $2.86 per drink. $2.86.
So this equals $2.86 per drink.
It's 87.
87 when you round. Okay.
No, it's 88.
Is it 88 when you round up? Okay.
I round up.
So that is my unit rate, which it means per drink. So here's my question. What is the equation that goes with that will show me cost of quantity of my delicious mochas at Starbucks? You know where my mind goes during this time. What's my equation? So Chris, say it. What is it?
What would be cost divided by the thing, or no?
So what would my cost be? It would be what?
On 280.
288,
Yeah.
which is my unit rate.
Sure. Yeah. And then I don't know.
Ryan?
Like 288 times, I just put N, like the number of drinks, and then it would equal your total cost.
So if I get 4 drinks, it'd be 4 times 288, which then equals 1150. That's my unit cost. So that was A. I want you to talk to your partner about B. And I want you to talk to him about what is the unit rate, and be specific about how you know that's right, as well as what's the equation. Go.
I tried the first one.
We got Vanessa's back there. And I'm going to have Cy work with Jay, so you can just kind of combine with you two. Make sure you work with Olive.
So then I did 0.20 divided by. So I'm thinking it would be the cost divided by waters. Because if you divide 30 by 80, it's $6. That's $6.
You got it? Think so? What'd you get per bottle? What? Per bottle? Yeah.
I got 16 cents. Me too. 16 cents per bottle. No.
You did something wrong. So I was listening to Josh. Now obviously these bottles of water, these bottles of water are not purchased from Starbucks, because Starbucks water is like at least like. Okay, that's out of the faucet. That's not their bottled water. It'd be a lot of money. So anyway, I was listening to Josh. Josh said it's the cost is going to equal his unit rate, which he got 16 cents per bottle off from that, times N. This would be his equation. And his ratio was 480 over 30. And because the 480 is above 30, what do we know about my unit rate? What's it going to be?
It's going to be a decimal.
It's going to be a decimal. I love that. I love that you guys are starting to think that way. That, smaller number in the numerator, larger in the denominator. It's going to be a decimal. And that's what he gets. He gets a small decimal. And that's good thinking because 480 is almost 5. So it's almost like having 5 over 30. That's 1/6. That's pretty small. That's, around 18 cents. And so we get 16 cents. Perfect. You should have number 3 done too on your paper. All right. We have our unit reviews due tomorrow. Today I went around and we're going to do a little exercise with our reflections today because I really need you guys, I really want you to understand how to make these good. How to answer a mathematical question in a really good way. So we're going to do a little exercise on that. If you had it done for today, you got a bonus point, which means if you get 12 out of 18 on your reflection, you now have a 13. Pretty sweet. Okay? And you're going to have the benefit of getting feedback and even making it better tomorrow because you're going to hand those in for tomorrow. Unit tests on Thursday. So we're at crunch time. So we got to be doing some really good thinking today in math. Please have your reflections out. Today we're going to do something which we've never done. Not doing a fishbowl because that was going to take too long. We are going to do toolkit partners. So, Josh is a yellow toolkit. He's not going to take it with him. Stand up if you're yellow.
Do I have to stand up because I already know I am?
Okay, Ben. There you guys go. Toolkit partner. Okay. Pink, Ashton, and Ryan, you guys are both done. Guys, Si, you're not done, so you have to work on it. If you're not done, you're working independently. Okay, light blue.
Are we tripling?
Yeah, tripling. Olive is black. Who's black?
I know Sylvie's black.
Sylvie and Olive. Who's orange? Jay. You're up here. Okay, we got dark blue. Quinn. We got green. Cody. Carl. And purple. Is that you, Chris?
That would have been me.
Yeah, you're not ready yet, though. You got to finish.
Josh is done.
Hey, Chris is ready. Are you black or you? What color are you?
Black.
Oh, okay, so you're not done, so you need to finish.
Josh is
Where's my purple?
You. I have a question. Can me and Chris work together?
No. It's independent. Hey, I know I gave everyone an opportunity to work together today if they finish their work. Oh, so you are done. So where's your black group? Oh, so you need to go back with Chris so you got more room. Okay, guys, look up here. Shh. Wait. I'll help him. Here's what your deal is. You are actually going to take your papers, and if you're threesome, you take someone else's different paper. You are going to read someone else's paper, and you are only giving feedback on 3 things. Only. Did they restate the question? This should not take long. You look at each of their questions. Did they restate it? If they didn't, tell them. And say, hey, you need to restate this. This is what it should sound like. Math vocabulary. Read their responses. Can they add more math vocabulary? Did they fill in the vocab box? Did they look at the questions and add in the math vocabulary from the questions? And the last one, did they explain their example? We have 5 minutes to do this. Get going. I'm coming back.
Didn't restate the question.
Okay. You have his. He has yours. Go.
Okay, I was just like checking it. But
Yeah, you're supposed to restate the question, Cody.
you didn't restate the question. You didn't do good.
Yes, I did, Cody. I'm gonna take this out. Cody, I did restate the question.
Not everybody knows that I have a hearing aid.
I restated the question.
I know.
What are you doing?
You use toothpaste.
Ashton.
You use one piece of multiplication in this that you had in your vocabulary book.
Yeah. Get rid.
And then you use like two pieces of vocabulary, and then you use unit rates, proportions, and tables.
Use proportions. Good job.
Hey, I use unit rates, proportions, and tables too.
Unit rates. Where'd you say unit rates?
Unit rates,
Okay.
proportions,
Okay.
tables.
They're similar because they are scaling shape.
It's not getting in my face.
So on this number 3, do you mix your and then on this one, you
What?
could explain. Look at my thing.
I did. Oh, the back one.
Three things.
Okay, so you
What's
restated
the third one, Miss McFarland?
Explaining their example.
You don't have examples.
Yes, I do, right here. Look, for example, that's my example. For example, that's my example.
Cody, those aren't examples.
Yes, they are. Hey, I did examples of how I did the multiplication.
Like, there's not really any, I don't know.
He's not really saying what any of that means, right?
Okay.
Right.
So he needs to explain what those numbers mean, because otherwise it's meaningless. Instead of getting 2 points for his example, he's only get 1 out of 2. So do you think you should explain your example?
So we're supposed to write a grade up on the top?
Huh?
We're supposed to write
No, you're just giving him feedback. Just give him feedback.
Okay, so you got a 0 out of 2 on restating the question. Cody, stop. You got 0 out of 2. Cody, you got 0 out of 2 on restating the question. You got 2 out of 2 on using vocab, and you got 1 out of 2 on your examples.
You got 1 out of 2 on both sides.
If I
For the
have
back.
this proportion over here,
What?
some sort of mixture.
No, I'm just joking. Okay, so you used
Tells me I
1,
need to use 6 cups
2,
of water. How many cups of concentrate?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
It would be
10,
6 cups of water. And then
11,
that's a proportion.
wait, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
I didn't even think I used that much.
You used 15
I
vocabulary
didn't even think I
words.
used that
Writing down
much.
examples is good.
We only used a couple of different ones.
Explaining it.
You're staring at yourself.
Actually, I'm staring at Ashton, but never mind.
Jaden,
Wait a second.
you guys
I
feel
can
pretty
see
good
what
about
they're
it?
doing.
Okay, 1 second. Hey, if you are finished,
You failed.
you're standing in these groups for right now. And you're going to tackle C1 and C2 on 64 and 65.
Do you want us to put this away? Mr. McFarland.
Yeah, you can put that away if you're done.
I know.
You didn't watch any videos, huh?
Didn't work.
I spent a lot of time making these videos. You're not watching? Okay.
Cody.
So these are proportions.
See, he's making a video right
Some of
now.
these proportions.
He's trying to. He's trying.
But this could be.
We're gonna become famous.
96 of them are yellow.
I'm not.
So if I only had 24 of the same pieces, 24 of those pieces, how many would I have in here? If I had 24 more pieces, how many would be? How many pieces would I have?
That.
These are
Well, it's like 2 feet away from you, so it's probably gonna stare at you.
Well,
I'm having Cody, stop.
Okay. So,
Oh, is she gonna tell us?
so that's times 4.6.
Huh?
Cody's gonna look at this.
Should we do it on the back of this? Or just on that?
So what's 1/4?
Did we do this yesterday? Did we?
I swear, I hope Mr. McFarland doesn't watch
What
these.
page is it? 16. I almost flipped to
Bro,
it.
I hope
flipped
Mr.
to
McFarland
16 now.
doesn't look at these videos.
He's going to.
How do you know?
You don't think he looks at them before he puts it on?
1/2 is 50.
Well, he probably doesn't because Josh put like that stuff in front of it last time. Really? I think he got trouble. Did it go onto his channel? It was on my YouTube channel. He put like Josh.
Go away.
Wait, did you get that on your Instagram? Did you get
So does that help you?
What's so funny?
Well, because like Josh. Everyone like took pictures of the video because it was funny.
I'll find you.
And they like posted. Okay.
Okay, Richie.
Wait, Mr. McFarland, can I?
Work with Josh.
Mr. McFarland, can I stick this right, like hang it on one of those pegs?
No, it needs to
would
be
it-
up here for right now. But I'm gonna actually take it. So.
What are tables? I wasn't here for tables.
This is the table.
Oh, okay.
That's a table.
Okay.
Um,
I don't know the same.
that's a table.
I don't know like
That's a table.
I don't know like how they're the same as proportions and unit rates.
That's a tough question.
Yeah.
So, what it's asking you really to do is, it's asking you to find unit rates using proportions and tables.
Yeah.
A unit rate is like we did this morning, right? Or this afternoon. It's how much one thing is.
Yeah.
It's like a cost per mocha. Okay? I can look at a table and I can figure it out. What's the unit rate here?
That would be this times that.
Not quite. You see? This is getting bigger every time, right?
Yeah.
By how much?
By 11.3.
That's the unit rate.
Okay.
So that's how I'd use a table to find a unit rate.
Okay.
What we did today is we did this. We put the dollar amount over the drinks,
Yeah.
and we found a unit rate. That's another way to find a unit rate. That's a proportion. The other way is a table. So I'm loving this. Ben and them are already talking about the problem. And he's like, what do I know? So I'm just going to use this side. What are some things I know about C1? Radana. Awesome. $20,700. That's how much they're asking for the luxury sedan. That'd be a nice car. Yeah.
Do you want us to do this on the back of our...
Yep, sure. Or on the side. Yep. What else do I know?
We also know that the markup is going to be 15% of the buying price.
Autos markups are 15%. So hey, they're throwing a percent out now. What do I know about percents? What do I know about percents up here? I can turn this into a decimal. So this could also equal 0.15. Elise, if it's asking me for 15%, right? 15% of what? The 100%. What is the 100%? This is 100%. All right, let's see if that doesn't give us enough scaffolding to crush this. So if we divide, what does division tell us?
Division is
What does it tell us? When you divide something, what does it tell you?
how many of something goes into something else.
Equally. It says how many equal pieces there are.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that sound like what we need to know?
I was thinking of it's asking the buying price, so you need to figure out the markup and then subtracting that from the selling price to
Okay.
get the buying price.
Yes. So if I divide by 0.15, do I want to know how many 0.15s go into that?
Well, no,
Multiply.
you would want to know
I want to know
how much 0.15 is.
is, and what do you do to do that?
You multiply.
You multiply, not divide.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Awesome. Because division just tells us pieces. We don't want pieces. We want to know percent, which is more multiplication.
Yeah.
Dang. The set is $3,105.
It'll work out.
And that subtracted from the selling price.
Why don't you and Ryan go around here so we can do some separation? I see you working with Carl more. Okay? No, Cody, you're fine. Over here. Alright, hey, I've got this is really good. Some kids are wondering about how do I use this information? Basically, what operation do I use? So, we really don't have many choices. We know it's not an adding operation. We know it's not a subtracting operation. So really, Carl, we have two operations that we're looking at. What are the two? And division. So my question is, when you divide, what does division give you, and what kind of answer does it give you? Like, what is a quotient? What is it? What does it mean? How many? Say it again. How many equal pieces do I get when I have this? So if I have 7, it says, how many times does 7 go into here equally? So if I divide in this question, am I looking for how many times this should go into there equally? This is about percents. So look over here. We already identified. This is 100%. So this, what does this equal? As a value, as a dollar amount? 20,700. This is 20,700. Now we also know that autos, there's 15%. That 15% is 15% of what? Of the whole, of the 100. So if this is 15%, what's all this? 85%. That's the rest of it, which means it is how much he bought the car for. All right, let's see if we can't figure this out now. That's enough scaffolding. Hold on, coming back. Yeah.
For the by scaling figures, what does that mean?
Oh, you weren't here for that.
I wasn't here for scaling and
You weren't here for this question.
yeah.
So I want you to answer these two.
Okay.
So think about the example that you're going to do. Okay, that shows that this is true. Okay, in your example that shows that this is true.
Okay.
Did you restate the question here?
No.
You got to restate this question. That's the first step, okay? So don't erase. I don't want you to erase anything. Just add like an arrow. Hold on. Ah. Okay, are you understanding how this is working? Yeah? So you have two numbers here. What's this number? What's this 3,000?
It's the markup.
You think that's the markup? Does that make sense? Does that sound like that would be 15% of 20,000?
Yes.
It's pretty close, right? You're like, if I was to say 10%, what'd be 10%? 2,070. So 3,000, that's a reasonable answer, right? It's us for make sense there. So, okay. So if that's our markup, he's selling it for 20. How do I use the markup to figure out how much he bought it for?
Don't you add that to the selling price?
Well, he's selling it for this. Let's look at this. He's selling it for this. Okay. Stuck on you guys. Must like you guys. Likes Radana. It's got good tastes. Okay. So you're saying this. And you're trying to figure out this. So how am I going to find out how much I bought it for? So if I subtract the markup from this side, I get rid of it, right? Because this minus that's going to be 0. And then if I subtract it from this side, it will tell me my buying price.
You add 15%.
Does that seem right?
But then you take 15%.
Did you do it right?
Yeah, that's what I had.
Yeah, that's all right. That confusion's good to have.
Wait, so you multiply the markup times 0.515.
And what is that going to... Whoa.
Cody, we just did that.
I multiplied the markup. Go, you need to get some writing down. I like this, but I don't know how you got it. Show me. That's the problem with calculators. You need to show me how you get this.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
You told me the answer to C2. I'm not sure that works with he wouldn't get commission. He wouldn't get.
Is that fair?
It's not fair, but what if he only gets paid commission?
Well,
He doesn't get paid
why
hourly.
why is that not fair? Or why is it fair?
Because he doesn't make money off of it, and he sold it.
Okay. That's an argument you can make. Is there a right answer here? Not really. On your perspective. Are you more in favor for supporting the business, right? He sold it because he had to get rid of it. He didn't make any money. So should he pay the guy who sold it if he made no money?
No.
She's saying yes. I don't know.
15%.
In a real situation, it could be either.
Come on.
No, I just feel like
Those markups the same as the discount, so if it's Mr. McFarland. When it
I mean, he's working, right? Right. I mean, it's kind of, I get that as a business owner, that might not be a great sale for you because you made no money. You basically have your markup and then gave him a discount, which is a whole entire markup. So you make 0. But then the guy who sells it, because you don't make money, you don't pay him? I don't think it was his decision for the discount.
so you'd still sell it for the same price.
You're selling it for how much you bought it for.
Oh, I see now. So you have to add money to what you made.
And he marked it up 15%, but then he gave him a discount,
Which isn't very smart.
which is taking away everything you make. And so now the question is, should he pay Juan money? Because what did he end up making? 0. I don't know.
They're like, give him money because he didn't make it.
I got a question. Like for the unit rate, like
Go for the table.
yeah, no,
Go
not
back.
the table.
Oh.
I did the table, but like this for the second one.
For the proportion.
Yeah.
It's the numerator divided by the denominator gives you your unit rate. So it could be miles per hour, right? So it's miles divided by hours. It could be cupcakes per minute because you love to eat cupcakes. I don't know.
Cupcakes are not that great.
Keep asking those questions, son.
I'm talking about cost.
With that,
I don't know. If you like with the markup, you would find what 15% of that is, and then you add it, right?
Okay, wait, hold on. So what does the markup mean? That's how much more he's charging, right? Okay. So now, if I find, I know he's selling it for this. So the buying price plus the markup equal the selling price. Do you understand that, Ryan? I buy it for a certain amount of money. I mark it up because now I'm trying to make money. That's the whole idea of business, right? No matter what you do as a business, you get stuff, and what do? You mark it up. It costs you money to get. You mark it up so you can make money. So here's the selling price. That's the markup. So how do I figure out what he bought it for? Do it ready? Remember what division tells you. What does division tell you? How many equal pieces go into it? Is that what you want to know? No. Okay. Remember that. I take the markup, subtract it from here, right? And what is that going to tell me? How much he bought it for. How we doing? So the question in C2, are you going to pay him?
No, he's not.
No? I think you should. He's working. He's not the one who said, I'm going to mark it up 15 and then I'm going to give him a discount of 15. Or did he? Did Juan give him the discount of 15%?
I don't know.
It doesn't even say it, does it? Well, it says that they marked it down for stuff.
No, he
So-
should still get paid.
Well,
It just probably won't be as much as it would be.
Seeming that he made no money on the deal. He sold it for as much as he bought it for. Okay, guys. All right. Guys, I want to take 2 minutes just to talk about C2. Talk about C2.
I'm already done.
All right. So, autos has a 15% markup, right? So you go there, and it doesn't say who gave the discount. Did like the boss or did Han give the discount? Yeah.
Well, but technically, if the boss made the discount, wouldn't he have to pay Juan because that's kind of not fair? It doesn't matter.
Because that means Juan's out there selling cars when the boss for no money. That would not be fair. Now,
One car.
it is only one car, but what if Juan, in his wheeling and dealing, he's over there like, how about 5% off? And they're like, no. 10% off? No. And he's like, 15% off. And they're like, oh yeah, we'll do that. Who should not get paid? Juan.
But see, car salesman wouldn't. Yeah, why would he do that?
They're going to mark it up like 50%.
So yeah. So it really kind of matters, Allie, who gave the discount. Because if the owner gave the discount, yeah, he should still pay Juan money. I don't know how much, but he should still pay him.
He should pay.
So you think about all the car deals. Like when you watch football games, like every commercial break, you're going to see at least one car commercial, right? And it's like all these deals, 30% off, 20% off. Now you got to think about the car salesman because they're the ones who sell that.
Risking their paycheck.
Okay? I don't know. Do they make money? Do they lose money? I know that my friend who works in Maine and sells lots and lots of cars. Even with those great discounts, the car dealership is still making a ton of money. It's not like they're losing money. And it's not like they're selling cars for as much as they're buying them for. Not even close.
They just like mark it up by way too much and then do the discount, so it's still marked up.
Exactly. They mark it up 30, 40%. They give you a 20% discount, which would be awesome. They're still making 20%. That's still pretty good, especially when you're buying expensive cars. If you're done with these, you should be on B1 and B2.
Yeah.
Chris, sit down and work with Sylvie.
Yeah.
You don't look like you're being a good teammate. I know you are because you're doing work, but okay, here we go. But you might, I don't know. Work with Sylvie on B2 then. Did you finish B2? That was a hard one. I don't think you did. I think you were still on A2.
So you just move the decimal point over, and that would be equal to 2,050. And then you have to find his commission of the markup, which is 20%. Wait, no.
Okay.
One's commission
25% for Carla's, because we're working on hers right now. So it'd be times 25%.
So it would be 25.
2,050 times 25.
Wait, no, 20,500.
How do I use the table? 615. You have it down here. Where would I look? Where would I look at the table? Be a little bit more specific. Specific on where?
Times 25.25.
Which column?
Yeah, or 2,500.
Tough question. D1.
Wait.
You can do it. You got it. You got it. Don't say, instead of saying I don't get this, write down what you know. Go to that background. What do I know?
So we're working backwards. So where would he earn?
I
got 51,000.
Huh? Well, you forgot to add the decimal points in. So 512 and 50 hundredths, that's what I got too. So that's his commission for Carla's, and now we have to figure it out for autos. So it's 20,500 times. For the
We'll send an email later. But head down to the office and tell Mrs. Waddell what you're doing. You might have answered.
Oh, yeah.
You might have, right? So if you answer B1, then go to B2. Yeah, it's a system.
I got 3,025.
3,000.
It was the game that you got.
I got 3,075, but I probably messed something up, so just check it on the calculator.
That'll be a good email home for the parents. Yes. Yeah. Well, it's the column that has one as my
3,075, you were right.
identifier. So whatever the one is, that's
Okay, so
save that.
3,075.
All right, guys, put away your math work, please. Okay, we're going to you want to return to your seats now, and make sure you return your calculators. You can get your plicker out. Make sure that make sure it's the plicker from where you sit, because that's the plicker that's assigned you.
What I have to do the 24.
I moved you, so you're right there now. Yeah.
What did you do?
All right. Okay, guys, thanks. So, here's your homework. Reflection, unit review due tomorrow. Your reflection is due tomorrow. What's great, a lot of you, almost everyone in here got a bonus point for having it done early today, so we could do that activity. Great work. We talked about computing unit rates associated with fractions. Well, take us what we're going to do. Exactly that. Unit rates associated with fractions. So, your job is to answer the question, which pizza place has the best deal on buying pizza? You got A, B, C, and then, of course, D. You're like, man, I'm stuck. I don't know how to do this. You can put your plicker cards up when you're done. All your work goes in your exit. Exit ticket is where your work is. You can use a calculator, but your work's got to be in your exit ticket. Calculator only does the math. If you finish that and you show me your plicker, blah, 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 then you can go and you can work on your reflection, make that better, or you can work on your unit review.
Mr.